After what was looking like a potential treble-winning season for Inter Milan, they find themselves at the end of the season with 0 trophies. With their manager getting poached by Al Hilal and players requesting transfers left and right, there is no better time to do an Inter rebuild. That is why today it will be the boys' job to bring Inter Milan back to Scudetto winning glory. Boys, are we ready?
Yes, we are ready, Pala, but first, make sure to check out our Patreon. Make sure to check out our new weekly videos. We have extended pods, Q&As, and a new Team of the Month series coming soon. And we also released a new monthly video where we play darts. So make sure to check that out. Pala, what's the first position?
Well, Varvar, before we get into any of the signings, you guys have to take a management card.
Gentlemen,
Millie, do the honors.
I would just like to point out, for no particular reason, I picked the PSG kit today. Pala picked the Fluminense kit.
For no absolutely no particular reason.
And Firms went with the old reliable
and
Milan.
for some reason, there's a Napoli kit behind it.
just some odd
way
reason.
too many Inter kits in the back here.
Never enough Inter kits.
All right.
But, this is going to be a rough rebuild, gentlemen.
The board have total faith in your manager and will not interfere unless he is fired, which the board will only accept a top option replacement.
Oh, Beppe
I
Marotta.
got to keep Chivu unless I get the top option.
You better, bro.
Already lost the rebuild.
Let's see. The board recognizes that the midfield is a concern. You must have a new midfielder starting in one of the 3 midfield positions.
Barella.
Shouldn't be too hard.
That was already going to happen.
Millie,
Over
honestly,
Millie FC.
already going to happen.
Already going to happen. So listen, I think we got out of that one.
A lot of work to be done, but for mine it says, the board are furious with the overall age of the squad. You must buy at least 3 players under the age of 25. So times are changing at Inter FC.
Listen, this is the new model over at Inter FC, bro. We do not do geriatrics anymore.
I was
unlike
expecting a
Varvar
little
FC
40-year-old.
likes to say.
Millie, I don't know about that model. It's still Marotta.
No.
That's the geriatric leader himself.
Every signing we've made so far have been young players, keeping our youth. I'm happy.
Bonnie, Petar Sucic, Luis
Link to
Enrique.
Hoyland, don't forget that.
Young player.
Youth.
Young player.
Now that the boys have their management restrictions, it is now time to select a manager. Boys, will you keep or sell Chivu?
Now,
Varvar, you go first. You know what you gotta do.
No, I'm not going first now.
Why?
Because I've been put a difficult restriction here by Beppe Marotta.
Difficult.
So I will actually let Firms FC and Millie FC decide first.
Kivo is not the right guy. Sold.
Crazy work. I'm gonna keep him. Give him time.
Brother.
Give him time. Gotta have faith in my management.
But that was like your third option, bro.
It's fine, bro. The treble
not
winner.
fine.
Treble winner knows the system at Inter. I'm keeping him.
Oh my God.
You see, the issue here is that if I sack him, I have to go for top manager, and this means Firms could technically price gouge me up to the top price for the top option.
I will be stopping any price gouging.
You have to be reasonable.
I'm not Millie. This is a tyranny here. You administration.
You gotta be reasonable, I'd say.
With that in mind, then, with
my
Pala FC
God.
defending Varvar FC's interests, I will be sacking Chivu.
I think that should have been a sack either way.
That's way too harsh.
Millie is the only one that seems to keep Chivu.
He needs time.
He does
only
need time.
let the players on the plane for the first time.
Literally.
It is unrealistic to expect the manager to beat the mighty Fluminense.
But Millie, every option here is better than Kivu.
If you say
As a
so.
manager.
I trust my
We'll
management.
see the options.
We'll see in 6 months.
Varvar and Firms, your manager options are as follows. De Zerbi for 20 million, Mancini for 15 million, or Palladino for 10 million.
Not bad options.
All right, so how is this price gouging going to work?
It's going to work like, do you want De Zerbi?
I get the Zerbi.
I want the Zerbi.
You guys both want De Zerbi.
Oh, going straight to an auction.
All right, so a bidding war begins for De Zerbi.
Perfect.
Starting at 25 million.
30.
Okay, but you see, that's price gouging. Because now I'm going to spend my entire budget, which, what is our budget?
Good question, Varvar. The budget is a measly 50 million for Inter.
So you're going to make
You guys
me
are broke,
spend
boys,
my
man.
entire budget, which I would have kept Kivu at that point.
Oh, now all of a sudden Kivu's a good manager.
All right. Well, you have
want
to
an
make a bet.
upgrade?
You haven't even bid yet.
35, but you see half of my budget's over.
Thank you,
over
Paula.
half my budget's
Mancini,
gone.
bring back the old glory days.
Varvar,
Yeah,
that's a little bit of price gouging, but it's fair. You got put up against a wall. Pause.
Sucks to suck, bro. Sucks to be Varvar FC right now.
Whoever's here already mudded.
Enjoy those scraps.
Well, you're already out because you have Chivu as your manager. So
Bro, Inter fans will give Kivu his time. Promise.
Promised.
Boys, next up, get your wallets ready. It is left striker where we have Marcus Thuram. Boys, are we keeping or selling the Frenchman?
Quite enticing. I'm not going to cap.
Listen,
sold.
Did not have a good season.
I need to put some money in the coffers because right now Varvar FC is working with 15 mil. This is one of the players that is quite Like, he's good. He's good. But in my opinion, he's overrated. And then I kind of like what Inter has done buying Boni.
Saying he was underrated for the longest time.
But right now, he's overrated.
I think
switches
right
like
now,
When Millie FC is saying he's insane, yeah.
Switch the agenda bi-weekly.
it's
I
pretty
can't
crazy.
believe this.
This is going to be a sell over Emily FC.
Yeah.
A sell, Millie?
Yeah,
And you were
unfortunately.
twerking for him in 4K?
Of course, when he was good. But then it's been 6 months since he actually did anything.
But Millie, why is it that 6 months changes things? You're talking like a Milan fan right now.
Well, listen, what I'm going to say is that he's been injured. He hasn't really been great. And I think it's time to just cash out on him. I don't think he's going to get a better, higher value than this.
So
anytime
sell him
soon.
to Juve and then we link up the
60
Turan
million is all
brothers?
yours, bro.
Turan brothers?
60?
60 million is all yours.
Keep dreaming, buddy.
60
I'm going
mil,
to
bro.
sell him too. You know what I mean? Let's go into this bidding war.
All three of the boys have sold Marcus Thuram for 60 million euros. Now it's time to look at the market where the options are. Nicholas Jackson for 55 million, Retegui for 40 million, or Xerxes for 30 million. But there is a fourth option. You could go to the bench.
Now, bench, we're looking at either a PO situation or a Boni situation, which is not that bad, right?
I do
Bonnie
like
just joined too.
I do like Boni. I do like Boni,
It's a
but
left cheek or right cheek situation, I'm afraid.
I don't know if I'll go to the bench just yet. He's a good player, but I have to see him in an Inter kit first and actually play before he's a starter.
So that begs the question, Millie. Which player are you going for?
I'm gonna go second option here. Go to Tegi.
I was going to say Retegui.
Yeah.
So we got
Definitely
bidding war
Retegi.
here, or
It
what's
depends
going
if
on?
Firms wants to go first option, but I like Retegi in this situation.
What are you guys thinking, boys?
I'm looking at ages too, so Nico Jackson wouldn't be too bad either. You know what? Nico Jackson in Serie A would cook.
And Varvar?
I'm going to go to my bench here. Stack up the coffers, stack up some cash.
Smart move.
Not a bad move.
Millie and Firms go to the market, and Varvar, it seems like you're going to the bench where you will be getting the new signing, Boni, for free.
We take that.
Yeah, it's not bad.
Because that 25 mil on Boni was already spent in the pre, or else we would have had 75 mil in our
See, but
budget.
the issue is that you didn't keep Kivu, so your manager is going to be new to Bonnie.
Nah, but
Because
this
Derby will love Boni.
So we're downgrading.
Kivu's new to Boni also. We've been linked to Boni for
Bro,
over 6 months.
No,
I
but
watched-
Kivu has managed Bonnie.
Yeah, it's
at
true.
Parma.
I watched Boni ball, and I got a
Gave you
boner
a
out of
boner.
that Boni ball.
Damn. Insane.
Bonnie, boners, balls.
By the way, you guys may be wondering, wasn't Varvar an Interisto? Yeah, but I'm
not.
trying to cleanse the club of all this cuckness. Like,
So how
they
do you do
built
that?
up years and years.
How do you
of
do that?
So how do you do that? Wear a PSG
Wear a
kit.
PSG kit
Yeah.
and shit on Inter.
Yes.
Welcome to Varvar.
So how does that cleanse the cuckness?
Because
So that means you're
This
doing
is
something
winners.
positive? You're doing
This
something
is
positive for the
winners.
club? Got it.
can
This
you
guy's so
Winners.
So Millie,
Winners.
can you
Winners.
name me one trophy in Italy that Inter have the most of?
We have more trebles. We're the only team that hasn't been relegated.
I got
So a
you there.
trophy.
Doesn't matter.
relegation trophy?
Obviously, we have more stars than Milan. So I count that.
But you have
Win a
more
derby
stars
this
than
year?
Juve or no?
Unfortunately, not. Just after that's just factual information. There's nothing I can do about it. Can't spin it either way.
Factual information.
But when
is
I see-
that
when I see
Inter
an
Milan
Italian-
don't have the most trophies of anything in
When I
Italy.
see an Italian team win a treble, you let me know. That is an Inter.
C'est la vie.
The boys have sorted their left striker position. It is now time to move on to right center back, where we have Bisek for 35 million. Boys, are we selling or keeping?
I'm sticking to my agendas here.
a tough one.
As Millie once said in the live stream, he is not a good defender.
good
So if he's a right center back, what is he there for? Sold.
I don't mind Bisek, but
don't mind
35
that.
mil is 35 mil. You know what I mean, Millie? I feel like Millie FC will be following Varvar FC on this odyssey that we are about to
So
embark on.
agenda switched.
I don't know.
No,
Bisek,
he's a good player, bro. The fact that you're worth 35 mil means you're a decent player.
I don't know.
Bisek is, I'd say Bisek is good at 35 mil. Like, that is a good buy at 35 mil.
But you see, like,
But not a good
you're
sell.
an all right player. You're an all right player if you're worth 35 mil.
Oh, yeah, but it's a good, I'd say it's a good buy, not a good sell.
Okay.
This one's tough.
Sold.
I do. Okay. This one's tough because I do like Bisek.
Millie, don't
gonna
do
keep
it.
him. I'm gonna
Oh,
keep
I
him.
like that. I like
Yeah,
that.
Good. Stick to your values.
Yeah, I do
sticking to
think.
mine.
So
yeah, I know.
self-quoted bad defender for 35 mil, and he's a defender. Okay.
I didn't
He
realize.
sold them, by the way.
Okay, I realized I can't talk with three fucking papagals, the two papagals next
The
to my
two
ears.
papagals.
All right,
Shut
Millie,
back up,
God,
define
cheaping.
papagals.
Two parrots.
Two propagals.
Millie already feeling the heat in the kitchen.
Define that, but I don't feel
Define
anything,
heat
bro.
in the kitchen. We're
Define,
not
bro.
cooking. We're not in the kitchen.
Not in the
Listen,
cooking.
if I was a kitchen and I was feeling the heat, then
Bro,
technically.
I'm a chef, bro.
There's quite a breeze here.
I'm a chef. I'm a chef. I don't feel heat, bro. This is my workspace.
Actually,
Cool,
can we
calm,
open a
collected.
window here?
Let's put
come
some
on,
heat on.
this
Let's put
Milan.
some heat on him. Millie, who's on the back of your kit right now?
Adriano.
Okay, so now, guys, in the
Imperatore.
comments, think How many goals do you think that Adriano scored in 6 seasons at Inter? Okay?
Do not search it up though.
Don't
Do
look
not
it up.
look it up. Write an estimate. So he's a club legend at Inter.
What position does he
Club
play?
legend.
Striker.
L'Imperatore, come on.
Imperatore, okay? Like,
Even
they
got a
call him
nickname.
the Emperor. Like, that's what they call him, okay? So think of how many goals he scored in 6 seasons. Let us know.
He's a great player.
Great player, though.
So Varvar and firms will be going to the market where the options are Bayern's Kim Min-jae at 45 million, Scalvini for 35 million, or the bottom option, Comuzzo for 30 million.
Oh, not bad option.
I'm not going to cap to Scalvini's situation over at Varvar FC.
It was also a Scalvini situation at Firms FC.
But Kim and Jay for 45 don't sound too bad. Dominated
right?
Serie A before.
You should, yeah.
You should go.
Yeah, you should do it.
I must remind you guys, there is a bench option as well.
Which
Bench
who would
option
in this
not too
situation?
bad,
would-
actually.
But this situation is looking
It
like
is.
a.
Willie, what do you think?
Over at
I
Pal FC,
don't-
we help contestants.
No, I'm not saying them. I'm not saying anything, bro.
No?
I'm not saying anything.
Like, would you rather have a Scalvini, a Comuzzo, or a...
I like those players. I like those players. I
Varvar
like them
FC
over Pavard.
switching to the bench option.
Wow.
So you can
Good
have
selection.
Scalvini. You can have Scalvini firms.
But it's enticing, because 35 million in the pocket. You know what? Pavard, bench...
Oh!
Likes the bench.
I ain't saying nothing.
Pavard is the good right center back position, so, I mean, if
Maybe
it's
it's not him. Millie, give me a random other shitty center back.
Darmian.
Yeah, probably.
Maybe it's Darmian.
Very possible.
No, I'm
That
taking
would
my
suck
chance.
if it was.
Taking my chance.
In classic Inter fashion, the boys have chosen the cuck route and went for the bench option, which is Benjamin Pavard. Listen, guys, Scalvini, Pavard, I think you guys made the right choice.
That's. Low-key, I think Scalvini's a better choice, if I'm going to be completely honest.
The injuries,
Yeah,
Millie,
but
the
Scalvini
injuries.
costs you an extra 35.
Yeah, but that's a
Would
young
you
player.
Would you swap right now Pavard plus 35 mil for Scalvini? No, you wouldn't.
No.
Okay, so thank you. Good business over at Varvar FC.
Okay, but if Pavard was a starter and he was for 30 million,
But-
I'd sell him and get Scalvini. Definitely.
Yeah, but would you swap Bisek for Scalvini?
Yes.
Me too.
It seems like money is very tight with the boys. That's why the bank is calling, boys, it is finance card time.
Maybe for Millie and Firms FC, but Varvar has 110 mil.
Not too shabby,
With
brother.
De Zerbi as manager.
But you
Good up, bro.
downgraded on striker.
With De Zerbi as manager.
Bonnie as striker, by the way.
Bonnie will be better than
Bonnie Blue.
I hope he is, honestly.
Bonnie's a baller, bro.
He is. He had some good comps.
Nice. Fans are outraged by the last few performances. Season ticket sales decreased minus 20 mil.
Yeah.
No, it's not doing any better at Millie FC right now.
I mean, if I lost 5-0 in the Champions League final, I would be pissed too. And I lost
Yeah.
to Fluminense.
You want to hear that? Okay, let's see how the Curva is doing these days. The Curva is furious of how it has been treated and decides to boycott the games, leading to lower revenues, minus 20 million cojones.
Love to see the negatives, boys.
They have a point. Oh, f***. Some of the players on the squad are rumored to be leaving, causing unrest in the locker room. Quite realistic, I gotta say.
Yeah, as per.
Quite realistic.
How much you
Minus how
losing?
much?
Minus 20.
Minus,
Y'all got
minus
20.
all across
minus
the
20
board.
around the board. That means basically no one lost anything.
This might be the most realistic rebuild I've ever seen in my
But
life.
if I sit there, I get 100, minus 150 million.
There's probably a bomb
A
in there.
regular day in Pal FC.
Bomb.
The next position is left wing back, where we have the apparent best left foot in the world, Di Marco. You can buy him or sell him for 40 million euros.
Let me get this first.
He's already sold.
Let me get this first. Sold.
So, DiMarco, locker room presence. Future Capitano.
Future's crazy.
You said that on multiple occasions. by
Best
the way.
left back in the world. Sold.
Yeah.
Yeah, unfortunately, Dimash ain't Dimash no more. Plus, Inzaghi not there anymore. I don't think we're going to see the best version of him anytime soon. Di Marco, thank you, but we're calling it a
Hernandez
day.
is better.
Actions speak louder than words.
Yeah,
by the way.
it doesn't surprise me that Varvar and Firm sold him. But Millie, you cannot keep switching your agendas on players in 6 to 8 months.
I know, but I'm watching the brother. I'm watching the brother. The
I
guy
know,
can't
but
run.
that means you should have never rated him to begin
No,
with.
because
was
when he
never
played,
able to run.
Okay, when he played, he was actually the top of his position.
But the fundamentals of the player was that
Okay.
he couldn't run.
no,
So you
he's
base
still, he
players
was
on,
still okay.
on
Just
Spezia games in September.
Think about it like this.
Doing it in
There was a
Champions League?
moment in time where you said he had the best left foot in the world.
For a fullback, you guys just heated
No,
me
no,
into saying,
no,
okay.
no.
For a fullback or
Maybe
whatever,
that was
he
a
never
slip.
did.
Maybe that was a slip
It was
of
a slip.
the tongue.
It was a slip.
But you still said that he is the best. The
Yeah,
best,
something.
the best
Roberto
left back
Carlos,
in the world.
no, mi hermano, Di Marco.
Active players. Let's keep it real. Let's keep it a buck.
Insert
But,
live stream clip. He's the best fullback in the world.
I mean, he had glimpses, but just not the player I need right now.
Millie flip-flopping his opinions in classic Inter fashion. Boys, all three sold. We are going to the market. And the options are Udogi from Spurs for 50 million euros, Grimaldo for 40 million euros, or Nuno Tavares for 30 million euros. Once again, the bench is available.
Listen, underrated Nuno Tavares.
This
Think about
year?
his shout.
For Lazio?
Had a great season.
Carlos Augusto on the bench.
I do like Augusto.
Quite enticing as well.
Brazilian international.
I'm just gonna go right away and get Grimaldo, please.
Okay.
How much was Grimaldo again?
40.
40 million.
It's very old, by the way. It doesn't fit Firms' age quota. Just putting that out there.
Varvar FC helping Firms FC stock.
Because I'm the only one that thinks about this stuff. Firms, your math correct down there?
We won't be listening to Varvar FC today.
Firms, is the math correct? You need me to check or
Still
what?
a delisted stock over there, Varvar FC?
SEC is calling on Varvar FC stock.
How much is Udoji?
50 million.
Might have to go with Udoji on this one.
Millie opts for Udoji. Firms of Grimaldo. Varvar, what are you doing?
Bench or Nuno Tavares? Because Nuno Tavares, low-key, might be
Very
the best
good
player
value.
of all three of these.
He's good value.
I'm actually going to go Nuno Tavares for 30. Still make money on DiMarco.
No bidding wars in the left wing back position. And the bench option, you guys thought it was Carlos Augusto. It was Zaluski.
Ah, that would have been good.
Thank God.
Nah,
No.
He was good, but like not
that
as a
would've
right
been-
wing back. Not as a left wing back.
Maybe not as a starter.
Not as a starter.
Firms, looking back, would you have gone Zaluski or
I would
Grimaldo?
have thought about it, but Grimaldo's better.
I agree.
Yeah,
happy with
I
that.
agree.
I agree.
Zaluski, good depth though. Very good depth.
The teams are slowly filling out. Boys, the next position is CDM, where it is the snake himself. Hakan Çalhanoğlu. You can keep him or sell him for 30 million euros.
Sold.
Yeah, this is a sell. Interista, you're gonna have to just agree with me on this one, bro. You have to get rid of him.
Why?
Another one that you said that is a top.
The best CDM in the world, according to Millie. Why are you selling him?
At us maybe 2 years ago, yeah. One of them,
1 year ago.
2 years ago.
I'm of the opinion that we don't accept cucks here. And cucks want to go to Galatasaray, so that's a sell.
As of time of recording, he hasn't officially said it, but he's been posting a lot of
He's
cryptic
been
shit.
liking a bunch of pictures on Instagram, actually, of his barber. He posted that he likes
So,
that he goes
Millie,
to.
who are you pulling up with next season?
Aslan.
Lord knows, bro. I guess we're gonna have to see the options.
Bonnie Blue and the option?
Aslani.
I
We're
cannot believe
gonna see the option.
this guy is flirting with Galatasaray while being at Inter. It doesn't
That's
make
why.
sense to me.
That's why. I mean, it should make sense to you. You've seen it at Milan.
Yeah, exactly. And you guys didn't learn from that. You actually bought him from
Yeah,
us. So
well,
thank you
didn't
very
buy.
much.
Didn't buy. Got him for free
Anyways,
and
you
won a
want the
Scudetto. Didn't buy him. I didn't realize we have to be
Millie,
loud.
you know what
here
they
to
say,
get a
Millie?
word
You know
in.
what they
Million a
say?
year.
Once a cheater, always a cheater. You think you can change or you can't.
Nah.
Can't.
It's the fundamentals.
She gone.
Valuable
gone.
lesson for you guys.
Chico.
Shake out.
30 million has been transferred into all the boys' accounts. Boys, the options on the market are as follows. Angelo Stiller for 60 million, Rovella for 50 million, or the bottom option, Hulmand for 40 million.
All very good options, by the way.
Angelo Stiller.
I do like Angelo Stiller. I don't have the
No
juice.
foreplay, Varvar,
Huh?
Straight to action.
Straight to action.
Can I go to my bench here?
You can always go to your bench, Millie, but I can assure you that there's a good option there.
You actually could go to the bench.
I will. I think I may be going to the bench on this one.
I'm so hipster.
Although I believe that Angelo Stiller is better than this guy.
I'm going to go for Niccolo Rovella.
I'm
because
gonna go
he's
for
Italian.
Nicola Rovella because he's Italian,
That's
and
fair.
we need
You
to
see,
bring
at
the
first I
Italian
see the
core back to
racism.
Italy.
You just said we, by the way.
Just public racism, by the way.
Why?
Okay.
Crazy work.
It's
I'm
just-
picking him because he's Italian.
But English talents need to be valued.
Obviously,
What
Italy
the
isn't-
did I ever say that?
Oh my God! Come on.
No, I think for Inter especially, you need that Italian core.
We've seen it. Bastoni, Barella, Rovella.
Rovella would be-
Barella interchanging in the midfield with the tiki-taka. Written in
honestly-
every star possible.
Honestly, I
It
think
is now 5-1 for PSG. We forgot to add that tiki-taka Rovella Barella in midfield.
Oh,
Still a goal,
it's
though.
a Fratesi Rovella
Yeah.
Barella, bro. It's like a...
I don't know, but if I had the juice, I'd probably go for Rovella. But I don't think I got it right now, so I might have to go bench here.
You know, ball.
Hoyman, the best option of the three, in my opinion, for no particular reason. Not like we
go
got
risky.
One Juve
Link to
link
Juve
really
Not
changes
like we got
everything.
linked or
I
anything.
wouldn't give him the keys to a midfield.
Millie, what team does he play for?
Sporting. I've already watched my comps, bro. Come on. I've already watched my comps.
Comps? Watch.
What nationality is he? We fucking got him.
Danish.
Danish.
Oh, he's Danish. True.
No, he's not.
He is.
Okay.
He didn't even. He said the right answer and he didn't even know it was the right
Didn't
answer.
believe it.
Yeah.
Millie, name another Sporting player that isn't...
Ignacio.
Alcaraz.
Ignacio.
Bro, Millie knows. Millie's cooking. Millie FC gets to that side of the table and starts cooking.
Millie's
Bro.
top 10.
This is Millie FC. We stay cool, calm, and collected in the center of the table. Then you hear this yapper over here, Varvar FC. As soon as Chalan mentioned, Instagram posts. As soon as he just has to be the loudest.
He just said Millie FC is tapped in. Meanwhile,
Loudest
It's
is the
meanwhile-
winner.
the Konate shout did not go down well with
Loudest
the
is the winner here. But
Seems like
unfortunately,
Millie's not used to that side of the table.
cool, calm, and collected. Unfortunately,
That's the pit bull then. That's the snake then right
Cool,
there.
calm, and collected
This is the
right
Shark
after
Tank.
he started yelling, by the
well,
way.
I was just mimicking you, bro.
Millie, your bench option is a questionable CDM, but still good nonetheless. It is Petar Sucic.
I think Sucic has what it takes, bro, to be a starter. Maybe not as a CDM. It just works out in this formation, but he's got the keys.
We saw glimpses of potential. At the
No,
World Cup.
he's got it. He's got it. I'm very happy with this purchase.
All it takes is a couple decent games against Urawa Red Diamonds, and he's got it, supposedly at Inter.
See that move though?
Cooked.
The CDM position has now been sorted. We're moving to the right side. Right wing back, the option is Dumfries. Are you selling him or are you keeping him? 40 million, you can sell him.
This might be one of the only players in the squad that I actually keep because he's one of the players that has proven he's not a cuck. He did so in his performances against Barcelona and in PSG, dare I say, it was probably the best Inter player. It means nothing because the best Inter player was like a 5
and
out of 10.
versus River Plate showed some cojones, which I haven't seen
and
from
bro,
any player.
That the aura that he gained after he well, I don't know, he didn't post the picture, but with the glasses, it was a fake picture of Lamine Yamal / Dumfries
I saw
mix
that.
up.
After he dunked on him.
Dumfries, you got a spot on Varvar FC's Inter Milan side.
Yeah, I'd agree. This is one player that would be tough to replace. I know we just bought a right wing back option, but I don't think he's starter quality yet. And it's going to be tough to find another option that's on that same level. So I'm going to keep Dumfries.
I think that's fair. Firms?
Thanks.
Holy yeah.
The yapping came from Varvar FC.
You know what? 40 million is not too shabby. And although he's had a good season, I'm going to give him credit. He's had a good season. 40 million in the bank account. And I'm going to go to my bench option for a player that's slightly worse,
Slightly.
but still pretty good.
This brother ain't getting 3 assists versus Barcelona, bro.
Give me that. Give me that.
Varvar and Millie keep Dumfries and Firms sells him, and then he opts to not even hear the options. He just wants to go straight to the bench.
Well, let's list the options.
I'll
Let's see
list
what we
them.
missed.
Because I don't think the options would have been that much of an upgrade. Because
I
the
don't think
top
so.
option is Pedro Porro for 50.
No.
Second is João Cancelo for 25, which not horrible. Or Di Lorenzo at the bottom for 15 million.
All ass.
Low key, bro. Selling Dumfries for Cancelo would have been a
Yes.
good deal.
You still think that Cancelo is him?
Yeah.
Bro,
that's
did you
all.
not watch the
Dumfries-
game against Man City, bro? This guy was insane.
I think Dumfries is
No.
clear.
Cancelo's
no,
better.
Cancelo clear, but Dumfries is still good.
The
don't
issue with
think so.
Cancelo is more his mentality. If he could keep it up at 100%, he's an insane
this
guy.
guy's
Dumfries
a
took
baller.
over at Champions League semifinal.
Yeah.
Bro, Cancelo just literally destroyed Man City.
Oh, a Club World Cup's round of 16 game. Oh, I'm shivering in my boots.
Bro,
Yeah,
Cancelo, there's no reason for you to think that Cancelo is not world class.
But I saw
Regardless-
what Dumfries did. He
Yeah.
doesn't have aura. That's why nobody rates him. But bro, to take over a game versus Barcelona that's something.
Yeah, I agree. I think he's shown it in bigger games than Cancelo. And Cancelo, like Firm said, that mentality, he ain't got it.
Yeah.
I'm keeping Dumfries.
Not always, yeah.
Firms, you know who your right wing bench option is? Right wing.
I can figure out it's Luis Enrique.
It is Luis
Darmian.
Enrique.
What do you mean? It's Darmian. Luis Enrique has been playing right
The fact
wing
that
back.
Darmian
Come
hasn't
on.
even been brought up in this video.
And Luis Enrique, reminiscent of the 5-0 PSG, you know, just a little bit of name. Luis
Name
Enrique.
change the Z for an S, and you know.
As f- apparently.
That was pretty corny over at Firms FC.
Welcome to my team, though. Luis Enrique. What the f are you doing?
Millie going for the
Really going for the
under,
machete under
under
the
the
desk?
Under the table.
How am I supposed to grab something that's
classic Inter fan going under the table. Crazy. We are essentially halfway through this Inter rebuild, but boys, the management is calling. It is time for a management card.
Beppe, can you do something for us?
I don't know. Marotta ain't doing much for me these days. I don't know what's happening. Oh, okay.
All right.
The board are confident that you can turn the attitude in the locker room around. They want leaders. You must only bring players that played in the CL last season.
They want bro.
What the does playing in the CL have to do with leadership?
Leadership, bro.
In the CL
Red Bull
final last year?
Salzburg these days. The board says the era of buying cheap players is over. You must make at least one first option purchase in order to complete your squad.
Goddamn. I mean, that's understandable.
That's fair.
I'll take that.
The board want either a new striker or a new CM. You can either sell one position or both positions, but you must get the top option for whichever position you sell.
Ooh. So I'm sniffing a little Firms FC versus Millie FC bidding war on a transfer.
So you gave me a bit of a price gouge. I will price gouge you right back.
Yeah, but the thing is,
Yeah, but I have
Firms
two
has,
options,
you
you know?
have one striker left and you have both CMs left. So
Exactly.
you're pretty safe on that
Yeah,
front.
I'm not safe though.
We are moving to the back line once again. It is left center back where we have Alessandro Bastoni. You can keep him or sell him for a whopping 100 million euros.
Keep. keep.
It's hard to upgrade on Bastoni this year.
There is no upgrade.
He's getting very close to a bit of a cuck territory, but he strayed far enough for now.
I'm gonna up it to 110 million euros.
Not happening. This is an untouchable in my eyes.
110
Keep the Italian core.
for a center back though. 110.
It's enticing.
Very enticing.
This is one of Inter's
You know what?
cores.
That is my final offer.
You're shameless, bro.
Really, 10 million, 100 million, no, 110. Now we're talking.
10 more
I thought I had to go to 120. 110 got him biting, a little fishy.
You make it 120, I'll sell it.
Little rat.
We're not negotiating here.
It's not negotiation, bro.
We do not negotiate with
All right.
terrorists.
You give me. I give you
Sold.
Bastoni.
Sold for 110.
Sold.
It's all yours.
You're shameless, bro. What?
Let
Actually,
him do
no,
his thing.
I'll keep him.
No, you
Too
said
late.
sold.
Too
It's
late.
over. It's over.
I said keep, then theoretically I said keep at first, so that's fucking bullshit.
Okay, 115.
No, keep.
What? So stupid.
That's cuck mentality over at
Literally. That's
Varvar
beta
FC.
mentality right there.
Play the game of chicken.
Imagine you had a stock and the board of directors of the stock company didn't know what they were doing. We'll sell. No, merge. No, keep. Merge.
120.
Crazy activity over at Varvar FC.
Crazy activity, but all the boys will be keeping Bastoni. I think that is a pretty solid keep. It's hard to upgrade on him in the market, but listen. do what
Who's
you
the
can.
top option?
Yeah, who are the options?
The top option was Romero, a downgrade, but for 80 million.
Didn't play CL last year.
Next option was Gay for 60 million. Also didn't play CL
last year.
Varvar, it's not just about you. Two other people also kept him. And the bottom option is Antonio Silva for 25 mil. There's your
CL
played
last
CL,
year.
played
That's who I
CL
would've
last year.
With, and he's a cuck, most definitely a cuck. You can just tell by his face he looks like a cuck. So,
Classic
probably take him at Man United.
footballing analysis over
We're
at
gonna get
Varvar
the word
FC.
cuck out of box-to-box link.
It won't
not-
happen because it's him saying it.
would not take him out.
No
of
one
the-
else is
But-
saying
no,
it except him.
I also say it because now I'm using it as a word that's not like necessarily cuck. I'm
But
using
if
it as
this
a-
was not a Inter Milan rebuild, no word that would not even be mentioned.
that's what I'm saying. Inter brought the word cuck into our vocabulary.
It's 1-1.
Conversazione.
Usually what happens when we watch 63 games of a club.
63 games of ass.
The next position is goalkeeper. We are going in between the posts. Boys, you can keep or sell Sommer for 10 million euros.
This is a tough one. I think he was really good last season, but 10 mil is I might have to get rid of him.
But it's not much. That's my issue.
He was my underrated player pick, by the way.
It is not much. That's my issue as well. Like I only have 70 mil left. I want to upgrade other positions here.
Yeah.
I'm not trying to spend money on a goalkeeper when Summer's a good option already. And who's to say that the other goalkeepers have played CL? Like so,
Yeah. I can tell you, Varvar, one of them did play CL.
One of
okay.
them.
That does not mean it's a top option. So I'm gonna keep Summer.
I'm gonna.
You already sold him, so I don't know what you're
Okay.
debating.
Yeah, I'm gonna keep him.
You're
10
gonna
mil
keep
is
him?
not enough.
I was gonna say, from an experienced rebuilder myself, goalkeeper Sommer does the job. You're gonna sell him for 10 mil and then go in the market.
He's not the main problem when I look at this team, you know?
Yeah, but I think it's time to let's just say hand over the gloves. So I'm gonna be selling.
Man of
Sommer.
the match in the CL. You literally.
Yeah, I know.
Yeah, you said sell. Okay.
Yeah, I said so.
You literally did it.
My underrated player at Inter, by the way.
Are you serious?
Yeah.
Millie sells his recently proclaimed underrated player at Inter Milan. We go to the market where the options are Donnarumma for 40 million, Onana for 25 million, or Svilar from Roma for 20 million.
I really like that Donnarumma, but that's bait.
You really like that Onana. Bring
That's-
back Onana.
How much was Onana?
25 million.
You're not serious.
It's not terrible.
Sommer had a man of the match performance against Barcelona. You're saying
I agree.
Onana's not terrible.
But he didn't make a single save in a Club World Cup game.
Millie, please.
Club World Cup game.
I'm gonna go.
Remember, this is a fan vote.
I like Donnarumma. This is a Champions League winning. This is a quadruple winning goalkeeper, by the way.
Donnarumma is understandable.
But I think we have some other positions that do need attention.
I'm gonna need an answer, Millie.
I'm gonna go for my bench.
Oh, we forgot about that one. Made a little cheeky
So
10 mil.
you just saved 10 million to like downgrade.
I honestly, from what I saw last season, Pep Martinez is
Wait,
not a
Don't give him
downgrade.
Pep. Give him the third keeper.
It's not how
Wait,
it
but
works.
He doesn't even
Give
earn
him
10
Radu.
mil.
Give him
Why?
Radu.
He gets 10 mil.
I got
Gets 10 mil?
Yeah.
I sold Sommer.
Yeah.
Oh, you sold Sommer.
Give him Radu.
What the f...
Not even part of Inter anymore.
Millie opts for the bench, which will be Pep Martinez.
I like that pick. I think he's got what it takes to be the starter at Inter. Doesn't really take much to be the starter at Inter, but
Yeah.
Are you just yapping, or you would go into next
No.
season starting Pep Martinez?
Not right away, but I think after a couple games, if Summer just doesn't have it anymore, give him the keys.
And then at the end of the season, we would be hearing, I don't know what they were thinking going into the season, thinking that Pep Martinez was ready.
No, if you have Summer as a backup option, it's good. And if you have him on the team, it's good.
Bro,
but
he
Pep
was
Martinez,
very good last season in Champions League.
Yeah, last season.
So
didn't make
basically,
mistakes.
what you just did
Yeah.
is what you wouldn't do in real life.
No, I just like Martinez. I think Martinez should be at one point the starter. He was a very good Serie A goalkeeper for Genoa before we got him. 15 million, we're just going to let it rot on the bench? No, starter.
Haven't watched him. I can't really say much.
Haven't watched them. I
Yeah,
can't say
every
either.
game that he's played, he's been very, very good.
But you probably played him versus the shittiest teams in Serie A.
Not necessarily. I don't remember the games, but
All right.
okay, every team is shit in Serie A according to Varva. Anyways, next player, bro.
20-minute talk about Pep Martinez.
Before I waste my time.
Firms might be getting involved here. The next option is right striker, where you guys have Lautaro Martinez. Will you keep him or sell him for 80 million euros?
Now, this is the Lord of the cucks. This is the cuck of all cucks, as some would say. Easy sell, like easy clap.
Fuck, I may have f***ed up. It's crazy.
What happened, Mili FC?
Millie FC forgot about a management card.
Tabarnak.
I had a free run at a first option. I didn't do it. Yeah.
Yeah, it's time to. I mean, Lautaro in real life, I feel like 80 million is not enough to get him away from Inter. But I think Nico Jackson needs somebody that's better. We could upgrade over here. We could upgrade.
Lautaro is not getting sold on my team.
We could upgrade.
Is not getting sold on my
Firms,
team.
I have a question. Will you be keeping in mind that Nico Jackson's the other striker when you make this selection?
In what sense? Like, play
Like,
style
will
wise?
you just buy another Nico Jackson, or will you buy like a support striker?
No, I want a winner. I want somebody who scores.
Winner.
Lautaro has not won trophies this year. That's not a win.
This year. But you look back at his career and he's a serial
I
winner.
just
You
marked
look
down-
back at his famous World Cup where he scored 0 goals, but somehow
He
ended
was
up winning
injured.
the trophy.
He was injured and was on the field for to score. Like he literally.
He was on the field when other people scored.
Okay. Anyways, I bring up this.
Plus minus there. That's hockey plus minus.
I've brought up the same stats for 6 months, a year, and it doesn't matter.
It doesn't.
It doesn't because
What stats
Vavar
are
just
these?
keeps
But you know what
yapping.
does matter, Millie? Is that I already marked down that you sold Lautaro Martinez.
No, I'm keeping him.
Gulp.
For this rebuild, I might actually have to sell him, but I'm not
Retegi
going to.
Lautaro front two.
Bonnie and Esposito on the bench. Take that.
Let's talk about it.
Millie FC will be going into next season with Retegi and Lautaro as his striker force. Firms, Varvar, your options are Osimhen for 100 million euros, Moise Kean for 50 million, or the bottom option, Vlahovic for 30 million euros.
Osimhen.
As I said, Vlahovic
Osimhen.
would low-key cook.
Osimhen?
Oh my God.
Does that meet your requirements?
No, it doesn't. But actually, no, it does. Management card. I need to sell one striker and get the top option.
Is he under?
Varvar's looking at me, knows exactly what's about to happen. This is called price gouging segment at Box to Box. Boys, I need 105 million to start the bidding.
115.
120.
125.
130.
I need 135.
Osimhen. Osimhen would be Serie A top scorer, by the way.
Has been in the past.
And would absolutely demolish at Inter. Personally, if you get Osimhen, you're in contention to win the whole rebuild. That's just me talking.
What's going on? Little clock
Going
by
once.
the tyrant?
As a former, I would say going once, going twice.
You see, okay.
See, Varvar FC doesn't move fast. We think over here.
I thought it was very simple, Varvar. I'm looking at the numbers here.
I won't go for Osimhen.
That's crazy.
Better.
Beta.
What a cuck.
Beta
What a
cuck.
cuck.
Thank you very much.
I thought Varvar was going to price gouge Firms a little bit harder there, but Firms, you get Osimhen for 130 million euros. Varvar FC, what are you doing?
Now you see, you said Moise Kean's situation.
Enjoy that.
Now the issue is Moise Kean didn't play CL last year.
But Vlahovic did.
Have you seen the
Make him taba.
Have you seen the Sherky clap at Foden?
So it's a Vlahovic situation.
Enjoy.
Oh
But
my
you know
God.
what? I've said he actually would do well at Inter.
Varvar FC
defend
is
him.
proud to welcome Dusan Vlahovic, and he paid 30 million macaroonies.
That wasn't the price.
The price didn't change.
I'm pretty sure it was 25. You
No, it was
It's,
30.
I got
You're
30.
pulling up with Bonnie and fucking Vlahovic in big 2025. Now, the Derby trying to play with Vlahovic in his little tight spaces. Good luck with that one, boss.
Meanwhile,
Meanwhile-
anyways, wait. This is a VAR classic right here. You just lost the draft.
You just lost the draft.
You just lost the draft.
Meanwhile, Firms FC, Nico Jackson and Ozyman talking about those different types of partnerships up top.
Not gonna
These
lie.
guys will cook.
Low-key cooked. Better take it. Lautaro still better.
That's good too.
Firms FC spending the bag there. His money is looking a little bit low. But that's why it's a good time for a finance card.
Is it actually another time for finance?
Firms
card?
minus 20. Here we come.
I think I have a feeling there's a lot of minus in this pile.
Oh no.
Okay, VAR is just that guy.
Despite a
VAR has
revolution
no
on the
respect.
horizon, the ownership do not want to overspend and only give you a slight cash injection plus 15 mil.
15?
15.
Oh shit.
Barbara, let them digest the words a little bit. God damn.
Let's just say the bomb has been dropped.
The bomb has been dropped.
Bomb has been dropped.
Type of bomb.
I'm not even joking right now. The club have been investigated for potential financial fraud, and I've shut down your transfer market. You are cooked. Minus 80 million. My whole budget.
So you just lost the draft.
Millie
No, I
is
actually
at
did lose the
You just
draft.
lost the draft.
Millie is at 0.
I just lost the draft, low key, because now I don't even have the budget for a first option.
Millie. Millie, I've been there before. It's possible to come out of it. I was
Yeah,
in
Lord
negatives.
Yeah, you could do it.
No, I can't. Anyways, we shall see.
Anyways, Firms FC has never been more up. Inter's midfield is looking at a potential revolution and the owners want a top player. Plus 45 mil.
I'm cooked. Donnarumma slipped me. I had the card upside down. It was over on the other side. I
So
couldn't read
wait, Millie needs. Okay, we'll see. Yeah. Okay, we'll see.
Boys, there are 3 positions left, and it's going to get spicy. We're at left center mid, where you have Mkhitaryan. You can keep him or sell him for a whopping 5 million euros.
Sold. So now Millie FC, what's the situation here? Because you have $0.
I know I have $0. Still a sold though.
Yeah, sold.
All 3 of the guys are going to the market on this one. The options are Bernardo Silva for 55 million, Fabian Ruiz for 40 million, or the bottom option, Nico Paz for 30 million. I remind you guys, you can go to the bench.
So Bernardo Silva, welcome to Varvar FC.
So be it. Firms, any contention?
Nico Paz, welcome to Firms FC.
Yeah, good
Fits my
purchase.
quota. I'm done with my 3 players under 25, and he was
But
an excellent player.
Firms, I remember another management card of yours that said if you're going to change any of those positions, it has to be a top option.
Yeah, I got Osimhen. It was a striker
I'm
CM.
good already.
You only do it once?
Yeah.
Yeah.
It's either
It
one.
was either
one or the
CM
other.
or striker.
Firms FC gets Nico Paz, Varvar, Bernardo Silva, Millie. I don't think you can do much here.
Not much I could do. We will be going to the bench.
Millie, the bench option that will be replacing Mkhitaryan is Zielinski.
What a shit player.
I thought he was good.
Yeah, I thought he was good too.
I thought he was going to get Fred Casey.
No, Fratesi's gone. But Zielinski, if he could stay healthy, solid player. He should have been the starter over Mkhitaryan. So,
Mkhitaryan was fine.
fine.
Until-
Fine gets you 5-0 versus PSG.
Yeah, and that's the issue. But I think Zielinski would have still lost 5-0. It's not a Mkhitaryan isolation incident.
He hasn't been a good signing for Inter. I'll be honest.
He hasn't?
Zielinski.
Oh, well, he was free.
Still.
Going from the left side of the midfield to the right, we are up to right center mid, where the option is Barella. You can keep him or sell him for 90 million euros.
Now let's see Millie FC trying
I
to
would
justify
never
this.
sell him. Let's just
Never,
say that.
ever, ever.
I would never ever sell him. However, for this draft, well, this rebuild, I'm gonna need to sell him.
Holy yap, I would never sell him, but you just sold him.
I have to.
No, you can just
No, I need a first option.
But you could go to the
keep
bank
your
and get more
pride.
money.
Keep your pride.
No, why and lose?
Yep.
Can't do that, bro.
Already lost the draft.
As I said before, I want the Barella Rovella tiki-taka. Now you add Nico Paz in there, I'm keeping Barella.
So the Inter fan's the only one that's going to sell him?
I have no choice. I have no choice.
There's always a choice.
So once again, the books are indeed cooked because Millie just added 10 mil out of nowhere for some reason.
Why? Because Barella's 90 million.
Oh, okay.
Calculations
so
above.
now look, there's another issue in Millie's books.
Why?
He forgot to add the 5 mil for Mkhitaryan, so there's another issue in Millie's cooked.
So I actually got more
More
than
money.
Yeah,
I got
No,
more.
you should be at 95
But
million.
you see
95,
now
bro.
you have to give a consultation fee to Varvar FC because he saved you that 5
my
mil.
God.
Now,
5 million?
Now I didn't realize I was working with Deloitte over here.
Yeah.
McKinsey and Co. No, 95 mil. Let me see the options.
I'm telling you, this left side of the table.
Let me see the
Left
options.
side of the table, math really is not the forte on this left side.
I
of the
didn't
table.
update my list.
But yet he was the guy who was fucking...
Nah, you
couldn't
would
even
fucking.
When they mock you, they lose the argument.
We still haven't figured out how to say that. What do we say?
When they mock you,
When they
lost the
mock you,
argument.
you've won.
When they mock you, you know you've won.
There you go.
Yeah, you're right.
Varvar, just to confirm, you are keeping Il Bambino Barella.
Keep.
Fair. So, the Inter fan going into the market, he wants to replace Barella. Pretty justifiable. The options are De Jong for 50 million, De Paul for 30 million, or Rios for 20 million. That one. Palmeiras,
I think Millie should get the Richard Rios haircut.
Yeah.
No,
Time.
I will not be doing that. However, I have no choice to go first option. Frankie De Jong, welcome to Inter.
So what I'm hearing is that Millie sold Barella in the Inter rebuild. We're gonna say that one
Yeah.
throughout this season. But Millie, you sold Barella in the Inter rebuild.
Yeah, context. Context is king.
The final position of this Inter rebuild, it is center back, where the current player is Francesco Acerbi. You can keep him or sell him for 5 million euros.
My favorite
Sold.
activity right here, sold.
Sold.
I'll sell him too.
You know what though?
No.
Might be a cheap situation.
Let's pop a bottle of wine.
He's 38, my bro.
Celebrate this
He is
occasion.
38.
What bottle, Varvar?
I don't know. Acerbi's a wine enjoyer.
We do maybe like a Montepulciano, like
Yeah.
a...
Low
Like a-
Chianti doesn't hurt
Chianti.
nobody.
I think he still got it at Chedby. You're on the team.
Bro, you lost the draft.
35.
This guy sold Barella and has Acerbi in his 11, by the way.
Because I had no choice.
I have a prediction that somebody
I don't
messed
have-
up a management card somewhere in here.
Yeah, but I don't have enough money to compete against these two brothers. So I would be stuck with the third option anyways.
So clip that and now put it in the context of Inter. I'm glad you're an Inter fan.
Shame. Acerbi still solid. Bro, Bastoni, Acerbi,
Cucks
Bisek.
will be cucks.
Bastoni, Acerbi, Bisek got me through Barcelona and Bayern,
And then
by the
lost
way.
5-0.
And then
We don't got
not
the money
through
to compete
PSG.
with these guys, so we're
Not
just
through
gonna keep
PSG.
our option.
Exactly. Millie FC always.
Standards need to be high.
Of course, but I don't got the budget, brother.
Put some money on the table.
Money on the table. Ugats.
Firms and Varvar are going to the market where the options are Ruben Dias for 65 million euros, Araujo for 40 million, or the bottom option, Leone for 25 million. Or you can go to the bench once again.
I wanted Leone.
Yeah, I like
Oh,
Leone.
Millie, I'll give you Leone.
Italian youth.
I like Leone.
Bro, I'll give you Leone. Honestly, you could go back if you want.
Yeah, honestly, you can go back and you can take
We'll allow
Leone.
you.
That's crazy.
He's
Why?
that ass. That's how ass is.
Why is he ass?
He's not. We're just
Never
trolling.
watched this
Bro,
guy.
in a
just
fan vote, Acerbi is helping you 10 times more than Leone.
But Varvar
Okay.
FC,
Varvar
you move
FC
in
confirmed.
fan votes. How about moving in strategic?
that's why Varvar FC stock is here.
And that's why you look
Firms
at these
FC
te-
stock is fucking down in the
And
gutter.
if you
That's the
didn't
European
invest
mind.
today, you won, bro. Welcome to Firms FC.
Araujo, Ruben Diaz. This is literally my two arch nemesis.
Arch nemesis.
How much
and-
is it, Al?
Araujo, 40 million.
40 mil.
Okay, I'll take Ruben Diaz. He played CL last year. I need to.
Agenda?
Nah. Oh, but you would have Ruben Diaz play on this team.
He has Vlahovic and Ruben Diaz.
The agenda's out of the fucking
Bro, you would rather
Diaz.
Bro.
Ruben Diaz is 89 rated on
Okay,
FIFA.
So we're gonna clip.
Editor Ken, okay, Editor Ken, this is directed towards you. If you don't want to find, I'll find the clips for you of both of his most heinous takes against these guys.
He's sort
getting
of
exposed.
CEO of. Once again, there was the CEO, which is Lewandowski, and he's like the VP of Ass Incorporated.
I think.
Luke Shaw injuries, but Araujo, who
never-
has missed
Varvar-
this, has missed,
I've never
has
seen-
missed the same amount of games than Luke Shaw in the last year.
I have never seen Luke Shaw play a single game of football.
Yeah.
I've seen Araujo play for
They've
Uruguay.
missed the same amount of games in the last 4 years.
Bro, when I said this
You
morning,
Barca cock.
Bro, now the fact that he says like, bro, every time Barella plays, I'm gonna bring up the fact that you sold him. I'm gonna say, bro, you actually think Vlahovic is better than Lautaro.
Exactly.
You actually think Vlahovic is better than Lautaro, by the way.
It's not that crazy to say.
Not that crazy to say. Not that crazy to say.
standing on business, to be honest.
It's okay. I'm done. Mercato's finished.
So that concludes it. It is the Inter rebuild, boys. Do you think your team will win the Scudetto next season?
This team wins the Scudetto.
No, my team would probably still lose just off. Like, I have a bit too much.
Okay, rage bait aside, real shit. You beat Napoli. You beat Napoli with that team.
I think
No.
this is a world-class team.
No?
No.
I like.
Varvar-
None of our teams beat Napoli next
Varvar
year.
FC is not a winner.
I told him to be realistic, so...
Bro, if this was a
true.
rebuild and this was Manchester United's team, he'd actually say they'd win the Prem.
Firms, I think your team has a chance. Ozyman,
I think Ozyman scores 25. Jackson scores 10. Nico Paz, Barella, Rovella.
That's
assists galore.
That's drip. You guys decide who won down in the comments below. And as per usual, thank you to our patrons. We could not do this without you guys. Your continuous support is what makes this shit possible. Boys, send them off.
Shout out Misa. Shout out the Discord.
Always shout out the Discord, but
Shout out Morgo, shout out Kolja, shout out
We tag, shout out.
Doo Head Cootie Queen. You
oh,
guys see
that's
you
a
in
full
there
line.
somewhere. Yeah,
That's a full.
line.
You'll see it on the list. That's a full line.
Yeah, shout out Gustavo, shout out Justin, shout out
Too many to name.
Colo.
shout out Colo Colo.
Over
yeah.
630 of you, brothers.
Yeah.
We love you guys.
Thank you.
Peace out.
Ciao.